Hey, welcome to the channel. My name's Braethorn. This is the second part of my experience with iBUYPOWER. You should check out the first part where I ordered an iBUYPOWER PC as the only means I had at hand of getting an NVIDIA 30 series card. I got the 3070 by ordering a pre-built computer from iBUYPOWER. It was a surprisingly good experience. I got the computer in like 4 days, and it's been running great. I played some Cyberpunk 2077 on stream with Ari, my girlfriend, and it ran great. In fact, you should go check that out. There's a highlight video. Actually, I'll go ahead and put the thing right there. There. It's right there. Check that one out if you want to see how this thing runs. In any case, the continuation is here because I had some improvements I needed to make on the computer. Plus, there were a couple of damaged parts, and I had the interaction I had with iBUYPOWER in getting the new parts shipped to me. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, when I got my computer, the tempered glass side panel was chipped along the top and along the edge, and they had done such an interesting job of the cable management that they couldn't fully close the right side panel, the metal panel, so it actually had bowed out and it had a permanent bend in it that I wasn't going to try to start bending out. So I was also having a bit of an issue with the RGB on one of my fans, and that's it comes and goes. It's only been a couple times where that fan wouldn't turn on the RGB and then it would come on. So I decided to email iBUYPOWER. Well, actually, I decided to try calling iBUYPOWER, but well, let's just talk about the email here. So here's the email I sent. I'll kind of try to read just the most important parts. Hello, I was trying to call the customer support line for assistance with my order number blank, but I keep getting a busy signal. Yeah, the call wouldn't go through. It was just busy. And this is not when you're watching this video. This was a couple of weeks ago. Not during the Christmas rush. I figured I'd send an email instead, and while I know damage claims probably need to go through customer support and not tech support, this was the only email I saw listed. True. A couple weeks ago, I ordered a blah blah blah. I received it very quickly and it's performing well. However, it arrived with some damage to the Lian-Li LAN-Cool 1 case, and I'd like to address that. The tempered glass, I already told you all of this. So, I'd very much appreciate replacement panels to get the case looking 100%, as I'm sure you understand. Then I talk about how it's not the best for airflow, but aesthetically it's nice, and I'd like it to look nice because it's brand new. Here I said, if it helps, I made an unboxing video for YouTube, and it can be seen that the damage is present as I first unboxed the computer. I meant to put a better shot of the chip glass in the video, but I forgot to edit that in. That's also true. I've instead attached 2 pics to this email. The bent side panel is shown clearly in that video. Here's a link to the video. Whether this helps or not, maybe click the link anyway. I could use the views. Also true. I do have another request. The GPU included in my order is an MSI Ventus OC 3X RTX 3070. The card is larger and heavier than the FE version, or the Founders Edition version from NVIDIA. And it was supposed to have included a GPU support bracket. I'd like to have the bracket so I can alleviate the sag the card is experiencing. I'm also accustomed to having the spare parts that are usually included with the cases and motherboards. Got those lying around, particularly anything that came with the Lian-Li case. These cases come with usually extra brackets, extra screws, stuff like that. And I was hoping to get that stuff. So their response after getting the serial number was, okay, we will be able to send out replacement panels to replace the damaged panels of the computer. As for the card brace, it does not show that MSI Ventus OC 3X RTX 3070 comes with a card brace. If you can verify your shipping address, I can have the panels sent right out. If you would like to purchase a card brace for the video card, you can get them here. And they sent a link to a card bracket that I could get myself. The whole reason that I thought that the card was supposed to come with a card brace or a support bracket with it was because of the MSI website when I decided to go and take a look at the card that I had been shipped by iBUYPOWER, that had been included in the computer. And on there it says that it has a bundled GPU support bracket or something like that. So I decided to mention this to them. And I believe I sent a screenshot of the MSI website stating that it was a bundled GPU support bracket. I'm being finicky here. Look, I know. But this thing was expensive. These cards are hard to get. And generally, when you have an assembly line kind of thing with people just building computers really quickly, extra parts just get tossed in a bin. I mean, I've done this on a smaller scale. That's my experience. I don't know if it's the same with them. They also likely get non-standard packaging on their GPUs because they order them in bulk. They don't necessarily get retail packaging. I understand that, but I still did purchase the card in a way, and I wanted to see if they would send me the part. So it was worth a shot. So my response here is, thank you for your response. My shipping address is, you will never know this, but I listed it for them. I go on to say, I may have been mistaken about the support bracket because of the description on the MSI website. The wording is a bit vague. If anything, I can fab one myself very easily. You know, that's something I could do. In any case, I appreciate the help. I also seem to be having an issue with, this is where I told them about the fan, because that had happened after my initial email, but figured since I already had a ticket open, I would add that to it. But I let them know a replacement fan would be much appreciated. Their response was pretty quick after this. I've set up an RMA to have the panel sent out with a replacement RGB fan and the accessories for the case. So they're going to try to get me the parts that come with the case. They said I should be receiving the parts in the next 3 to 5 business days. This is in between time right now when I'm recording this, so I should get it in a couple days. It's right before Christmas, so there really is no telling when it'll come in. As for the brackets, they are not bundled with the cards that we purchased, and maybe a promotion that MSI has with certain retailers. That's what I'm talking about when I say the cards that they purchased would not have come with them. So that I get. After that, there was really no point in responding. They took care of the main issues that I had, and honestly, that's the most I can expect and ask for. So I am overall very pleased with the experience that I've had with iBUYPOWER, and I want to make that clear. I will mention when there's an issue, but I also understand that these issues happen, and this is something that you can expect when you buy from almost any computer manufacturer. No company can ever promise you that their stuff will ship perfectly and come in perfect shape, because they're not the actual shipping company. And they can also never promise you that their stuff will work forever and never have any problems. That would be ridiculous. What really matters is the response when that inevitable problem does happen. And I feel like this response was perfectly fine, because I was not out of a computer this whole time. This was all aesthetic, superficial damage that hasn't affected me actually using the computer. Now, as for the issue that I had with the way that they put it together, there were a couple of problems. Okay, the radiator for the all-in-one cooler had the hoses at the top, and that's generally not recommended. I'm going to put a link in the description below to a video on Gamers Nexus with Stephen Burke talking about the reasons and going over in, you can call it exquisite or excruciating detail, depending on what you prefer. I like details personally, and he does a lot of testing and sort of demonstrates how this works. But the reason that you do not want to have the pump for your all-in-one cooler at the top of the loop, just height-wise, because then you get air bubbles in the pump, and it's going to cause damage and noise over time and all that stuff. I wanted to put the radiator and the fans on the top of the case. I'll show you what happened there. And the other issue that I had was with the cable management, so I went ahead and redid that. Now, also looking at the lighting setup, the way that the RGB lights were set up, the Lian-Li case comes with a PCB that can both power and control the RGB fans and any other RGB components that you put in there. It's limited in how many you can connect, but it's certainly enough for the case and a few extra fans. It was controlled with a push button on the front panel I/O on the case, and I really wanted to have software control over that. So I decided to go ahead and try to bypass that and use the onboard, the motherboard controls for the RGB. And I'll show you how that went in the montage at the end. Stick around, you're going to see how all this stuff goes. Another issue I had was with the RAM. This was a gaming ready, or RDY computer, meaning the specs were set, there was no changing it. As an exchange for that, you get it a lot faster. And again, I was expecting to get it in 7 days. I got it in 4 days, and that was totally ridiculous, but I'm happy that I did. But the one of the shortcomings was that it came with 16 gigs of RAM, whereas my last computer had 32. So it was a downgrade for me, even though the RAM is technically faster. I tried to go do any video editing or use my DAW software to make some music. The RAM was the weak link there, and I started having problems. As a matter of fact, I could not edit videos at all. It kept just crashing on me. I've since found how to sort of prioritize RAM and performance over the quality of the preview that you're getting and everything, and that's something in Adobe that you can do. And if you guys want, I'll show you a few optimization things you can do in Adobe that I've learned recently. I realized if I wanted to get a video out on time 2 weeks ago, that was the first video about the computer, that I needed to up the RAM. So I could not find the XPG RAM that came with the system anywhere in the white color that it came with and the same configuration. So I went ahead and just tried to figure out where I could purchase very quickly some 3200 megahertz CL16 RAM, and I found some at Best Buy for a good price. The problem was matching it up aesthetically. So the choice I made was to go with non-RGB RAM that was low profile and black, and it actually, I'm looking at it right now, I can't even see that RAM because of the way I did it. You'll see what I'm talking about. So without further ado, let's go to the montage. hope you guys like that. I gotta tell you, one of my new favorite things, montages. Anyone can take a video, a talking head video like this, and edit it, because it's just cutting stuff short and whatever, maybe putting a picture over it or a little bit of B-roll. A montage, oh man, I have learned so much over the past video and this video doing these. Little tricks, ways to animate text, stuff like that. I hope you guys enjoyed that, because I sure enjoyed making it. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit like, and even better, subscribe to it. Then you can catch more. Hit the little bell too, because then you'll get a notification when I post a new video. I try to post every Monday, but that's been a little tough lately with the holidays and with work getting more and more intense, but I'm going to continue to try to do my best. Also, if you want to catch me live, Sundays, Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Central, twitch.tv/Braethorn. Let's hang out. It's fun. I hope. I mean, I think it is. I'm getting followers, so that's a good sign, I think. Also, next Monday should be a highlight video for the Cayo Perico heist that just came out for GTA. Biggest update they've ever done for GTA Online, and it's actually pretty fun. So look forward to that, and I will see you guys then. Until then, take care.